how do you overcome the obstacles of, let's say, dealing with team members and communicating to them when you're using, like, let's say, a paper-based method? What's the process for you for getting your team to do certain things that, like on a regular basis, or even just things that come up on a daily basis, ad hoc, level?
Well, having a regular preventive maintenance schedule. I send out, luckily, I send out preempted emails a year ahead of time. Emails reminding people we need to do this now. It's time to do this. It's time to do the annual inspection. It's time to do whatever, the boilers. And that for a year ahead of time, those emails have already been sent out. They're just pending. When a certain date comes up, the email is sent automatically. I do those emails with my calendar. Working with the staff, one thing I learned for the military and working a long time, you have porters, and they are great porters. They clean in a very high stress environment, and they do a very good job. And they have absolutely no computer skills, and they have absolutely no smartphone skills. Um, and they can use the phone. That's about it. That's not to, I don't want to say make anything less professional about them. It's just that in their world, they don't really need technology. So I still have to find them, talk to them personally, either call them or leave them messages or give them a list. This is what's happening. And like I said, with a porter, I don't like a routine list because all of a sudden, if there's one thing that's not on that routine list, it doesn't get done. It's a common sense approach. Treat all my staff and train them. If you're a porter, if it's not dirty, don't waste your time. Go after what's dirty and clean it. Make sure we're supplied, make sure we're cleaned. If that window is clean, don't waste your time cleaning it again. Move on to where something is dirty. It's amazing how many people I've seen in different agencies or when I start a new job clean a clean window. Why there's a bathroom that's trashed. And why is that? Because they said I'm following a list. So I think common sense instead of a list outweighs.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, that's kind of funny to hear. And at the same time, what's interesting is we've seen that time and time again. I mean, in the 20 years that we've been doing this, that where you have really great maintenance people who don't understand technology well. So it's hard, you don't want that person to leave or that person to be intimidated and not do their job just as effectively because of this one element of their job, right? And the rest they're experts at. So
Well,
you have to have that balance.
even our time roll, our timesheets. There's no timesheets anymore. It's done. We use a thing called Paycom. My porters can't handle that. But everybody has to use it. So I'll have to put the time in for them. But that's me documenting their time. But they document their time on paper. I put it in at the end of the week, but people say, but you have to do that. I said, do you know how much time it saves me having a porter who knows how to do his job?
Yeah.
And what I mean
So
by that is like, do you know how much time it's taken away from me when I have a porter who doesn't clean properly and I'm dealing with complaints? So having a porter who can do a fantastic job and I lose 5 minutes a week because I have to do their electronic stuff for them, it's worth it. It's worth
ha-
the exchange.
have you had any challenges finding people, especially in the last few years? Like, and like, what kind of training did they typically need when they come to you? Like, what do you like to see?
Well, if a maintenance person has to have maintenance training, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a training program. That's what a lot of people say. Can you train this person for this position? I'm like, no. Do you want to hire a case manager and train them for? No, I need to hire a case manager with experience. Well, I need to hire a maintenance person or a porter for experience. Everybody thinks a porter position or maintenance experience is something that you can get on the job. I want somebody who already has that, and I just teach them the routine of the agency, whether the politics of it or The clientele that we have, you have to learn. We have people who are mentally ill, chemically addicted. We have people who can be volatile. And if you can't clean that area because somebody's having an episode, so what? Don't clean that area. It's not your job to deal with a mentally ill person. It's not your job to risk yourself. It's your job to leave and report it and go someplace else and clean. You can always come back at the end of the day to clean that. You can always come back in 2 hours when the incident is over. A lot of people have to learn how to be flexible to clean. There's a lot of people who start and go, I clean this floor, these. I said, no, if you're gonna be working here, you gotta be flexible. If there's something going on, you bypass it, you come back 3 hours later. That's what I have to teach. I'm not gonna teach people how to use the broom. You should already know that before you get here.